One thing's for certain, two things for sure. Life is tough. Go ahead and buckle up and get a helmet. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jasmine, and today I'm giving y'all some brutal life advice. And I say brutal because a lot of it you're not gonna want to hear. Trust me, when I was going through these things and learning these things, I didn't want to hear it either. But it's important because you need to know these things sooner than later. When they start happening, you won't feel as sad and as lost as I did. A lot of these are gonna be cliche quotes, but I literally cannot help myself. I'm a cliche quote girly, but that's because a lot of them are accurate. So why not use them? Because they're cliche. First things first, the very first time somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Please stop letting people play with you. When I say believe them, it does not mean you have to cut them off or you have to get rid of them. However, you need to start moving differently immediately. If a person cheats on you, they a cheater. That's just what it is. They're a cheater. Now, people do grow, people do change. However, just know if you continue to go down this route with this person, it may happen again. They already showed you one time who they are. If a friend backstabs you, again, you don't have to cut them off if that's not what you want to do. However, don't be surprised if it happens again. Just know people are who they are. People do grow, people do change, but don't you forget how they made you feel. Be a little more distant with how you relate to them, or don't be so quick to believe them or to take them back. They showed you already. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Don't let them continue to play in your face. The next thing I want to talk about is growing apart. Sad to say, everybody is not going to stay in your life forever. It just is what it is. People are in your life for a reason and a season. And sometimes those seasons are shorter than others, just like TV shows. Everybody is not going to be in your life forever. This one hurt the hardest for me because I have people that I thought would be in my life forever. In middle school, you think, oh, we'll be friends forever, best friends forever. Baby, I regret to inform you, during each stage and each level up in your life, everybody's not going to be able to go with you. And you're not going to be able to go with everybody. That's the thing too. Like when your friends start leveling up and their life is shifting and you see yourself kind of getting put on the back burner, maybe your season with that person is over. And that's okay. You take it, you learn from it, you enjoy the memories that were made, and understand you were here for a good time, not a long time. And it's sad. That was probably one of the hardest ones for me to realize. Whenever I stopped drinking, I don't get invited as much with similar friends, or whenever I became a single parent, people kind of put me on the back burner, and that's okay. It hurts at first, but our lives just don't align with each other anymore, and that's okay, and you have to be okay with that, and you find more and different people to align with. And guess what? When your life changes again, you may not align with those people again. It's a cycle of life. It's a circle of life, and you just kind of go with the flow, and it's okay, and you're going to be okay. And you don't have to have hard feelings. A lot of people that I don't deal with or don't talk to anymore, there's no hard feelings. We just can't relate on that level anymore. So our time is done. With growing apart, there's something that needs to be talked about as well. There is a learning lesson from every single thing you go through in life. And I'm talking the good, the bad, and the ugly. There is something to be learned through everything. If it's bad, it's going to be like, what am I supposed to be learning from this? There's nothing that I could be learning from this. When you get through it, you have learned something, I promise. Even if it's something as you're stronger than you think, you can stand on your own, or you can make it out of anything that was set to destroy you. There is something that you can learn from everything. Even if you're talking about relationships, if they don't last, you learned something from it. You learned about yourself. You learned what you like, what you dislike. You learned how you want to be loved. That is a lesson. It may not make sense. It may not click until a year or so later. However, you're going to learn that lesson. This next one is about comparing yourself to other people. And this is my ultimate cliche quote. Comparison is the thief of joy. Let me tell you, stop comparing yourself to other people. Stop comparing where you're at to where other people are at. You don't know. Here we go. There's always a train. I just want y'all to know that no matter what time I record, a train is always coming through. And honestly, there's never that many trains during the day. Like, we hardly ever hear the trains. One thing about it, when I'm recording, there's going to be a train. So, sorry, but let's get back into it. Stop comparing yourself to other people. My life would be better if this, my life would be better if that. And you don't know, because you can have exactly those things and you could still be unhappy. So, stop comparing yourself, accept where you are. Be happy with where you are. And if you're not happy, figure out how you can evolve from that. But don't compare it to somebody else's. I'm telling you, you're going to upset yourself every single time. Stop it right now, today, no more. And while you're not comparing yourself to others, we're also going to talk about learning to be grateful. Things could always be worse. I don't care if you're behind on bills, on mortgage, even if you're sleeping in your car. No disrespect, because I am in my house. No disrespect. And if you are in your car watching this video, hearts to you. But I want you to understand, you could not be in your car right now. You could be on the streets in the middle of the night in dangerous places. It could always be worse. And the reason why I stress that, you need to come up with things to be grateful for. The more gratitude that you show, the happier your life is going to be. Let's say I feel like my house is small, but especially now because my daughter has so much stuff and I can't really get rid of anything because she uses everything. So I can't even say like, you don't even use this. So I feel like my house is smaller. I own my house. My house is in my name. It's a small house, but I own the house. My mortgage is paid. There are some people that don't have a home. Some people that are living in their car. Some people that are living outside. So one thing that I can say I have gratitude for is I have a home that is safe for me and my daughter. So I'm not going to focus on how small it is because I could not have a home. You see what I'm saying? You have to look at how it could be worse. So be grateful for where you're at in this moment. And while you're being grateful, please realize that the other things that you're wanting to do or wanting to obtain or wanting to accomplish, they take time. Very rarely do you see anybody have overnight success. Unless you're like a TikToker that just blew up overnight or a YouTuber that blew up overnight, like maybe one day that'll be me. Stuff takes time. The time is going to pass anyway. So instead of worrying about how long it's going to take, keep taking the steps. The time is going to pass, whether you start today or tomorrow, that time is still going to pass. So you saying, oh, it's going to take too long, the time is going to pass. So just do it. Just do it. Take your steps, baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. Why not, during that time that's passing, anyways, be taking the steps to be where you want to be. Stop worrying about how long something is going to take. Another note to how long something is going to take. If you want to try something, try it. Stop letting, oh, I'm not good enough. I've never been able to do this. My parents said I wasn't good enough. Do it, baby. Try it. Stop letting fear hinder you from trying something new. There's so many things that I didn't do because I was like, no, I'm not going to be good at it. And I regret them. I should have just did it because I never know what the outcome will be. And now I will never know for real. Your happiness is priority. If you want to try something and you feel like it'll make you happy, stop letting fear and your own negative thinking stop you from trying it. Try it because you never know what the outcome will be. I'm telling you, there is no worse feeling than always wondering what if. You don't want to live your life wondering what if. Find out. Find out. Do it for yourself and find out. That's the only way you're going to know. Another cliche quote that I live by is what you consume consumes you. There are so many levels to that though, because it could be social media, it could be news, it could be negative thinking, whatever it is. If you always feel like you're in worry and in fear and anxiety and you watch the news all the time, baby, that's what's consuming you. If you're a person, you're single and all you consume is relationship content and you're like, dang, I really wish I had that. I'll never find love like that. You stop. Stop. Literally, just stop. Because then you're going to constantly be thinking, I'll never find love like that. And guess what? That's what you keep putting in the atmosphere. So that's what's going to happen. You're never going to find love like that. Stop doing that. If you are constantly, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm no good, that's going to consume you. You're never going to get in shape. You're never going to be good enough because that's what you're telling yourself. You are consuming so much negative energy, negative thought processes, and you're wondering why stuff isn't going right. It's like, baby, consume something positive. Get some light into your life. Go out in the sun. Be around positivity. You consume a lot of negativity. Negativity is going to be all that you see. Clear that up out of there. Clear it up. Open up. See some lights. Bring positive into your life. Talk positive to yourself. Stop consuming negativity today. A healthy mind, body, and spirit is non-negotiable. Hear me again. A healthy mind, body, and spirit is non-negotiable. What can you do to have a healthier body, to have a healthier mind, and to have a healthier spirit? It's going to look different for everybody. I know I say this all the time. You need to figure out how you're going to make all three of these things healthy. Stop worrying about reaching a certain number or a certain level. How can you dedicate 30 minutes to an hour or even 15 minutes to work on your mind, your body, and your spirit? Your health is wealth. Again, I am on a roll with cliche quotes today. I'm sorry, y'all. They're coming, they're vibing, they're flowing. I can't help it. They all up in here. Seriously, health is wealth, and not just body health, mental health, spiritual health. If you don't have that, how are you going to give it to your kids? How are you going to give it to your husband? How are you going to give it to your family? Because you don't have it yourself. That is priority. If something is costing you your mental health, your physical health, and your spiritual health, they have got to go immediately out of here. How can you work on these things to better yourself? Some of it's going to come at a cost. Some people are not going to be happy with you. But guess what? Your health and your happiness takes priority over everything and everybody. Because at the end of the day, you have to live for you. You have to make sure you're okay so you can be okay for everybody else. When you laid up in the hospital, mental or physical, you ain't going to be able to do nothing for nobody, no way. So start making you a priority first over everything else. I promise you, it's non-negotiable for you. You got one body, one mind, one spirit. You don't get a redo. Some people may feel like you get a redo, and you might. I don't know. I don't want to find out yet. But seriously, you only get one shot at this. And if you do it the right way the first time, you won't have regrets. So put yourself first. If you're not living for you and you're not making yourself happy, there is no point. You cannot pour into someone else if your cup is empty and there's nothing there. So start there, and I'm going to see you on the next video.